One of the sisters met a university student recently, and she shared that during this time of lockdown, her family was having dinner together every night, and she was enjoying that very much. Extra time with our families can be a great blessing, but sometimes things don't go so well. Sometimes spending time with our families is difficult, and it's difficult to maintain joy and unity. There was a man recently in England, and he had this habit of going to his window in the evening and hooting like an owl. And he enjoyed it so much because the owl always answered him. Now this went on for about a year, and then he happened to mention it to his neighbor one day, and the neighbor said, "Oh, that's funny. I do the same thing." And of course, they were answering each other's owl calls. Things are not always what they seem. Sometimes we're mistaken. We can misunderstand the intentions or the words of those that we love. And we also make mistakes. Today, the sisters are going to share an idea for how to build unity and joy in our families. Some of my greatest memories with my family when I was growing up were based around meals we had together, or activities, fun times, playing games or hanging out. And you might be having some of these times right now with your family, especially in this lockdown. And they can be great opportunities for introducing God into and as part of center of our lives.
God as the center of our lives is such a beautiful gift, and it creates a unity, but this unity also takes effort. So today, Sister and I are going to pose an idea for building this unity in your family called the family meeting. Now, when I was a teenager, my parents instituted a kind of family meeting we'd have once a week, and I gave a lot of pushback. So not everybody might be excited about this at first, but I'm telling you that it produced great fruits within my family. We grew it in our relationships with one another, and it was a great time of grace for us.
And so the goal of this family meeting is really to create this unity in love, and it's through communication and vulnerability with one another. And so Sister and I are going to give just a rough format of how you could do this in your family, but you can adjust it to your own situation.
So first, you'll want to set a time and place where you're going to have this family meeting. So you might want to meet once a month, maybe once a week, maybe every day. And it should be in a place that's comfortable and where you like to gather as a family. Then once you've decided that, as you gather, start with a prayer. So this could be a prayer that everybody knows. Maybe you'll want to recite Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd." It's a beautiful prayer of looking to the Lord as the one who guides and leads us and provides all our needs.
The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I lack. In green pastures he makes me lie down.
The next step is to honor one another. And so to honor somebody is to recognize the good that God is doing in and through them. And so going through your family members and just seeing what good has happened since our last family meeting, and naming that and saying it out loud, it helps both us to understand and to acknowledge our own giftedness, but also the gifts that we are to our family, and then that each member of our family are to one another as well.
And in a particular way, I want to honor Dad for, number one, I love having him home working. It's been so fun. But I want to honor you, Faye, for the way that you have balanced work and home life. You've done a really good job of still being present and yet having a full work day with us. So thank you for your willingness to be present while working.
The next part of the meeting tends to be the most difficult part, and it's the part where we offer forgiveness. All of us hurt one another at some point, and we do things that we're sorry for. So taking the time to say we're sorry and forgive one another is so important. So at this time, if somebody in the family realizes, gosh, I've hurt my sibling this week, to have them name that. say, I'm sorry for whatever they did, and then ask for forgiveness. And this is a beautiful experience of building that unity and that trust among the members of the family.
I want to ask forgiveness for everyone for the times over this last month that I've been impatient with you and may have raised my voice. I want to ask forgiveness for that.
I want to ask forgiveness to Mom and Dad whenever I didn't turn off the TV when you asked me to turn it off, and you watched TV too much.
Now the next part we might take for granted, but it's just sharing what has happened or what is happening that is important in our lives right now. And that can also include sufferings, blessings, or maybe there might be something that you would like to share with your family as an intention for prayer for the coming time.
And then finally, the send-off is the blessing part of this family meeting. In Scripture, we see over and over how the father of the family blesses his children. And certainly parents have a spiritual authority in the house. And so at this point in the family meeting, the parents can go around and bless each of the children. Maybe they pray aloud for a specific intention. Bless Rebecca, especially as she starts dance this week. Or maybe it's just making the sign of the cross on the forehead. But this spiritual blessing is a very powerful way of sending the children forth. And then finally ending with a prayer together. So again, it could be a recited prayer that you know, or maybe a spontaneous prayer, but asking the Lord to be part of the next coming days and to continue to build love and unity in the family.
And finally is to have some fun. So a great way to end is to have a fun celebration, and especially something interactive is great between all the members of the family so that everybody is looking forward to the next meeting. We hope you've enjoyed this video and that the ideas the sisters shared about the family meeting inspire you and your family to put it into practice. If you'd like to learn more, there are resources below. On behalf of all the sisters, we wish you well, and we're praying for many blessings upon you and your family during this time.